Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome to some more EVE Online Rubicon, and I am on my way to Dodixie to buy some stuff. Take a look at the prices of all the new stuff, and after that, I hope that my brother can find a good level 4 mission, or that I can, so that we can give the new tractor unit a good run to see how it works. And here comes a fleet invite, and I'll add my brother to the watch list as well. In the meantime, I've got a few more jumps to go until Dodixie, and there we'll have to take a look also at the price of the SUV Cruiser and stuff like that. But when I was on before, it was not good news, so it doesn't look like I'll buy one just yet. And stream seems to be working. As always, if you see any problems, feel free to let me know. And here we go. This is actually my wormhole prophecy. So I will probably, unless I find a super cheap Stratios, this will probably be the one I'll take in wormholes in the next few days. And I do need to do a little bit of shopping then, if I want to do that. So that's also part of why I'm going to Dodixie at the moment. And here we go. Ooh, somebody's actually warping off in an obelisk. That's quite brave. Q. Let's have a look at what I've got on my shopping list. Actually, what I'd like to take is a depot, so a mobile depot. Obviously also a tractor unit to test it out here. Then I'd like a relic and a data analyzer, just so that I could refit. Same with the remote rep, in case I need to repair drones in wormhole space. 2 1600mm plates, just so that I can do ghost sites if we would come across those in wormhole space, and then a micro warp drive also the ghost sites. So that should be everything I need, and then I could potentially refit my ship inside the wormhole, depending on what kind of sites we find. So that's the basic idea of this shopping trip. And here we go. Just 2 more jumps and I will be there. What's happening in help channel? Or here. So there's definitely a few YouTubers in the EVE YouTube channel at the moment. Zach, Asayanami, STS Lite, talking technical stuff like resolutions, fraps, all the software they use. You can get some good tips in there if you want to hang out here. Always a good idea. And here we go. Warping to Dodixie. I can already set my destination back to our home base. If we find a level 4, it will be there. And onwards we go. By the way, also Dodixie was closed yesterday, so while I was streaming, Jita was closed, no way for me to get in there. And after that, a few hours later, my brother tried to log his alt into Dixie to check for the prices, and that one was closed as well. So it looks like activity with all the new stuff was so overwhelming that people tried to get their goods to whatever trade hub they could, and they closed not only Jita but also the Dixie, and probably also Amar, because that one was just 8 jumps away from Jita. So yeah, it was super busy, and luckily though, the servers seem to be coping quite alright, because everything is still working here. But we are entering the Dixie. All I need to do then is dock, and then we can do some shopping. I can already also go and have a look at the Stratios, but I'm sort of certain, yeah, 400 million ISK for a Stratios, buy orders at 368. So that's actually twice as much as what I would like to spend on a Stratios. That's not too good, but that's also just one sell order. The next one is 440. Then you even have some sell orders left at 1 billion ISK. And the buy orders, I'm surprised they're so high. So I'm definitely going to have to wait at least a few more days. And here is that sound. Oh, we get reinforced depots all over the place here. That's interesting. Is that going to cause some fights? Possibly. Hi Silkor. Thank you for watching. But now before I go on to the shopping, I actually have something a little more important to show you guys. So let's go to the websites. And then here we can go to the community website. And here we go. Plex for Good is on once again for the typhoon relief in the Philippines. So you can donate Plex. If you click on the banner, it tells you that you can, let's see. Yeah, you can contract one or more Plex to the CCP Plex for Good character on a 14-day item exchange contract, and these contracts will then be accepted within 24 hours of submissions. So obviously I should really give the example in this. So this is the Plex I got from my collector's edition, and I am going to contract it to CCP for the relief fund. So here we go. Let's see if I can create a contract, private item exchange, and then we get CCP Plex for Good. Next. So that should just be one Plex. Next, 2 weeks. Description. Plex for Good. Next, and then here we can see it's a private for CCP Plex for Good, a member of the CCP Alliance. Just to be sure, always check that this is correct. The official CCP corporation, and if you go to the character is purposely made by CCP to help with Plex for Good effort. So that is indeed what I want to do. Items 1 Plex on a 2-week item exchange, so that should all be good. Finish. Are you sure you want to contract this? Make sure you have all the information before clicking yes. So item exchange Plex for Good, private to CCP Plex for Good at Dixie, and the items. Can I still check it? Yeah, right there. 1 Plex. So finish. You have to be extra careful, of course, with contracting in EVE Online, but here we go. Created, and that should be accepted in the next 24 hours. So I would say if you can afford it, and if you feel like helping the relief fund, join in on this. Once again, you can find all the details through the community website. Here is the news item, Plex for Good Philippines Typhoon Relief. And here, once you click on the banner, you can get all the details where you have to give it to this one character, CCP Plex for Good, and then you've done your part. So I would highly ask you guys, if you feel like it and you can afford it, yeah, just give a Plex and help people out like that. Other than that, we are going to do our shopping. So let's see what was on our shopping list. First of all, I want the new stuff. Let's have a look at what the mobile depot costs now. Here we go, 3.5 million. That's really not a lot anymore, so I'm going to buy a mobile depot. Next up, we have a tractor unit. Let's see what that's. 46 million. Yeah, I think, let's have a quick look here at price history. Yeah, that's nothing too good to see, but I think that's a decent price for something that will be around 30 million ISK just in materials. So let's also buy one of these and already transport them in my prophecy. Let's hope then that I have enough room for the rest of my stuff, but that should be okay. And then for preparation to get this ship into wormhole space, analyzers. Definitely want a data analyzer, which costs me about 1 million, and a relic analyzer as well. So here we go. Should be alright. Where are they? Here we go. So that's 2 more items bought off of my lists. Depot, tractor, analyzers. Next up, a medium remote repair item. Unless I can just do remote rep. Nope. Maybe like that. In ship equipment. Medium remote armor repair 2. That doesn't cost too much, so we'll buy that. And then 1600mm plates. Let's have a quick look at the prices. Take 2 or roll tungsten. Roll tungsten is quite alright, so I'll buy 2 of these. Here we go. You can get moved in my ship as well. And then finally, do I have a tenement micro warp drive left? 1 mm. Yeah, here we go. I also have a tenement micro warp drive. And so, except for the, well, maybe also the tractor unit, this is all stuff that I'm going to take into wormhole space with me. In case we find a ghost site, I can go for the micro warp drive and then the 2 reinforced roll tungsten to try and survive the alpha. If we find a relic site or a data site, I can do that as well. And if we get like damaged drones, I can always repair them with this stuff, and all of that will be in my mobile depot in a safe spot. At least that's the planning. And here we go. Then I'll head back to Yona, where we will give the mobile tractor unit a go in a mission. So let's start heading back. And again, here is this sound. Totally not sure what it is, but it's always on the Jita, on the Deldixian dock. And here again, you can see some reinforced mobile depot. So people are planning for some fights. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, and my brother just reporting in that he's got no good level 4 missions. 2 in low sec and 1 against faction. And here again, yeah, it's a weird sound. Not sure what is making it, but alright. So yeah, some money spent, but still not too much. I could actually afford Stratios, but 400 million ISK. I mean, it's just too much. You can buy a Tech 3 for that price. So I'm not willing to spend that just yet. We'll just have to wait and see. If prices go down, I sure hope so. So now we'll head back, and then you'll need a little bit of patience as we try and locate a level 4 mission that we can do. And are we having problems on the gate? No, we're not. And moving to the next one. I'm really curious what this will do. Show info. Let's have a quick look then at what we're testing. Mobile tractoring unit takes some of the work out of looting. The scorched ruins left by capsuleers, speed blah blah blah. 125 kilometers range for tractoring, 10-second activation time, so you just deploy that, should be alright. May not be deployed within 5 kilometers of any mobile tractor unit, within 50 kilometers of Stargate or stations, or within 40 kilometers of Star Base. Automatically decays if abandoned for 2 days. So you do, well, obviously, I don't think a lot of people are just going to leave that behind. And here we go. And so then the mobile depot, that's going to go into our wormhole together with the rest of this stuff, which is really not that expensive. So I'm like risking another 6 million ISK in some modules, but it should allow us without a boss to refit and do pretty much anything that the wormholes throw at us. So that should be a pretty interesting experiment. I'm not going to do it tonight because I've already been decently busy. I've also been playing some X Rebirth some more. It's really tough to get going in that game, but I'm still trying. Alright, Justin, that's good. This is usually the time that I play EVE Online as well. So I'm glad you managed to pick up both of the live stream. Of course, I have a week off from work, so that gives me the chance to live stream a little bit more. And that's why you've got 2 in a row now. But yeah, we'll see at what pace I can continue doing this stuff. And I definitely think that this test for a mobile tractor unit can be quite informative for everyone, especially mission runners, of course. But it will have its place in wormhole sites as well, I think, just helping out with efficiency. So let's keep going. We're almost home. Oh, I also forgot maybe to tell you guys that CCP is also helping out for this Plex for Good. I'll quickly show that as well. So if you go there to the Plex for Good, they're actually going to reward players that donate with a special in-game item. It's going to be a t-shirt with the Sisters of Eve logo. They are going to make it and then update it probably, they're saying here December 10th. So yeah, CCP is also doing their part to try and make this Plex for Good run for the typhoon relief fund in the Philippines a real success. So yeah, I'm going to make a little bit of publicity for them for this as well on this live stream. You know, if you can afford it, give a Plex, help people out, and get a nice in-game t-shirt from CCP as well. In the meantime, we're almost there. It's true. It's true. The battle cruisers are a bit slower now. It takes some more time to travel around, but I needed enough cargo space to bring all of this stuff over. Yeah, here Zach is explaining one of Stratios' strengths is the way it looks. It's a really good looking ship, and I think that's really the reason why they're still at 400 million. I cannot imagine that it's actually worth that, because I cannot see this compete with a Tech 3 ship, especially now with the mobile depots. And yes, yet it's costing pretty much as a fully fitted Tech 3 ship at the moment. So Must be an enormous amount of demand for it. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the Stratios has a 30-second timer on its covered ops cloak, which does mean it's a lot worse than other covered ops. So cruisers, pirate factions, Stratios. Does it say that somewhere? No, I guess it just doesn't have the necessary bonus for that or something. But yeah, once you decloak in a Stratios, 30 seconds before you can recloak. That's definitely something to keep in mind as well. Hey Alan, no problem. It's only, you know, people that can. A lot of people have been asking for Plex for Good for the Philippines on the forums. They've been making pretty big threats about it, so ACCP gives us the chance. I do think everyone that can help should help, but there's no obligation in it whatsoever, and you shouldn't feel bad if you have no Plex available for that at the moment. Then that's just how it is, and no one can blame you for that. So, final warp. Finally, we're coming home. And that was another weird sound effect. Not sure what happened there. But we are home. Iona. This is our true home in EVE Online, our real HiSec home. It's very, very central in the whole HiSec stuff. So for the live events, it's really treated us well. We've rarely had to jump more than like 12, 13 jumps to get to any live event, no matter where they happened. That's really awesome about Iona. Extremely central location. All the trade hubs are decently close as well, and you've got few low-sec and null-sec access as well. So yeah, this is where we spend a lot of our time. And then in Solitude, it's when there's quiet time for some exploration and all of that stuff. But we do like to have like 2 bases of operations where we can do everything. So here we can mine, produce, do missions, whatever we want. And we get the same setup pretty much in Solitude as well. Plus PI and research in Solitude. So with jump clones, that's super easy to go from one to the other, to avoid annoying Mordex, stuff like that. And that's basically the setup we are going for in our small 4-man corporation. All of them real life friends, so some people do ask from time to time if we're recruiting, but nope, we are keeping it to people we know from real life. It's a matter of a little bit of trust and stuff like that. So let's put the mobile tractor unit in the item hangar and grab my mission ship, which is the Dominic's Navy issue. Here we go, and then we will put the mobile tractor unit, if I can find it. Show yourself, show yourself. I got so much stuff here. Here we go, mobile tractor unit inside the Dominic's. And how much room? Oh, I actually don't have a lot of room for looting in this one, but that's okay. We can just bookmark it and come and pick stuff up in a transport ship, I believe. So let's hope that I get a good mission from the bottom station. I know there's a level 4 agent there. So let's have a look. And you're in system as well? Okay. Fingers crossed, guys. And it's not against Amar or stuff like that, because we don't want to lose rep. Oh, and another interesting thing I came across on the forums today, we're seeing the first complaints about goons taking over Pocos. Apparently in Perimeter they've already taken over some Pocos, and they've got some nice tax rates going on those. So I'm really curious to see how that is going to evolve and escalate. But yeah, it's definitely happening. On some planets where goons expect to make profits, they're trying to put up their own Pocos, and the people that do PI there, well, they might have a few problems getting their stuff from the planets.
Docking mission requested. Docking request accepted.
So here we go. Let's go for agents, level 4 security. Let's hope you give me rogue drones in Wissalan. So that should be okay, I think. And they should have loot as well, or no? So, well, so they have no loot but salvage. So we'll test it out in this mission. So Wissalan, I'll accept the mission. And then we will close this. Infiltrated outposts. So let's see how this works. If this gets shot at, I think that's actually a pretty important one. Do I have salvage drones with me? I don't. Do you have salvage drones with you? Alright, great. So off to Wissalan we go. GRD, I have not heard any confirmation or seen any action on the Pocos in Solitude, but I suspect that they might after a while. I would say I have no confirmation, but I give it a very high chance that the Solitude Coalition will try and establish their own Pocos over there. You also have to keep in mind there's a lot of ice mining going there, so there's a lot of PI activity for fuels. Corporations, if they are in the coalition, I'm pretty sure that they will try and get the Pocos up there. But it may be that unless someone else comes in, that they might just keep the current Pocos, because it's actually a decent cost for no benefit at the moment. The NPC tax remains, whether or not it's a Concord Poco or a Poco from a corporation. Basically, all you can do is punish other people by owning the Poco, and I don't think that the Solitude Coalition is going after that. So I think they'll be more reactive. You know, if like a pirate corporation puts up their own Poco, they'll probably go after that and then put their own on there. But I don't think they'll just go systematically deploy all Pocos all over Solitude. I don't think that's going to happen. So my brother is also visible. Then I should have a warp to location, activate all hardeners, sentry drones at the ready, and mobile tractor unit in the cargo bay. Do you know if it's with the gate, bro? Infiltrated outpost. Yeah, it's with an S actually, so it's very likely to be with the gate. So right, well, we'll see how it works in different rooms. Yeah, bro. I can't hear my brother because he's on a different Skype account than the one on the PC, but he's gonna do the mission with me so that we can keep everything under control while I stream as well. So here we arrive on the gate. You can definitely tell a battleship, very slow warp, and actually land right on top of that. That's not too great. So let's move up a little bit. Quick burst of the afterburner. And here we go. Level 4 mission, mobile tractor unit. Oh, what the hell is he doing? Didn't I take enough distance? Or is it this small beacon that's being... Yeah, actually it looks like that beacon is being a pain in the butt. So let's take a bit more distance. And whoa, man, your typhoon is really slow. So yeah, that's the warp changes for you. Pretty damn slow. So maybe just for how long it'll take to go from one mission to the next, that's why they need to put in a mobile tractor unit, just to make up for that. Alright, there goes the typhoon. And the Dominic's, yeah, he's slow as hell. Here we go. Yeah, this all feels a lot slower than alright, so I'll take the guardies out and then we'll look for what I have to destroy. Let's see if I can take that frigate, and then once we destroy a little bit, I'll deploy the depot. Those are full misses. Do you have small drones with you as well? Maybe you'll have to do the frigates first then. So that's one down, and then we'll start shooting on some of the mediums and stuff. Oh, actually he's not down. That's that, and we get, let's just take that one out and then we'll start working on the rest. Whoa, you already got that battleship, real nice, pretty good damage. One of my guardians get a bit of damage, but that's okay. So let's deploy the mobile tractor unit. Here we go, activating 10 seconds, and let's see what it does. While we take care of the rest of this stuff, and then the drone structure as well. Probably need to destroy that too. So here is the mobile tractor units. Yep, he's actually tractoring all of the wrecks closer by, so that's pretty good. And my brother will deploy salvage drones soon. I can also deploy still some small drones, so I can take care of the rest. You can start salvaging if you want. And there's one more at 40. Yeah, he's going after that one, so that's good. And maybe at 28, that should still be doable. Goodbye. Goodbye. Those are all misses. He's, well, that was one hit, but now he's too close. Switching to small drones. Engaging. And here you can see the tractor units working on getting all the rigs there. So that's gone as well. So that's pretty cool. It will also grab all the loot. One thing I'm not sure that you'd want to do is maybe either take one for every room, depending on how much loot it is, if it's like against a pirate faction. And maybe more salvage drones, because unfortunately I don't have any with me. My brother is taking care of the structure. I'll add some fire on that as well. So a quick look at what the mission actually is. Read details. Destroy all rogue drone structures and the surrounding drones. So that's the structure gone. Anything else? Is that still a bunker? .46. But yeah, in the meantime, here you go. All the wrecks are being tractored. Although it is pretty slow, look at that, there's some serious downtime in between tractoring of wrecks for some reason. I guess it has to lock onto them or something. But here he is. So I'd like to see this one active as well or something. That could help. On the other hand, if you're alone and you've got a good DPS ship, but yeah, here it's inactive, it's tractored and lost the wreck. And there goes the next one. You probably, do you have enough room to take it with you? So now I'll probably go to the next room, get started on that. You finish up with the salvaging, and then you join me. Okay? Oh, maybe you can't, that's true. It's locked to me personally. I see. Alright, so my brother is just confirming that he actually cannot do anything with the mobile tractor unit. That's something to keep in mind. Even if you're in fleet, this is mine and also my loot. So I don't know, maybe all your fleet members could take one. That would definitely speed it up to the point where it would be pretty much equal with the number of people in fleet. At the moment it's just a little bit slower. So that's that. Well, I can probably take it back now, I think, because the rest is close to the gate. So then you can just scoop to cargo. And unfortunately, of course, this mission has no loot because it's rogue drones. But here it is back, and it tractored some of the wrecks at least, so that's good. So full speed towards the gate, which for battleships is not very fast. And now I'm trying to think, you know, how much more efficient can you get with a mobile tractor unit like this? There's actually some problems with that I'm seeing at the moment. Number one, with salvage drones, you know, I think that's how you would do the salvaging, unless maybe if you would put some salvagers in your high slot. Yeah, that's maybe the way you should go then. Be in a drone ship, put some salvagers in the high slots, and then hope that you can be fast enough to keep up with the mobile tractor unit, which should not be a problem because it's actually decently slow. And then the second problem, of course, if you have a lot of loot and not a lot of room in your ship anymore, you'll need to leave the tractor unit there, come back with a transport ship anyways. Might as well not take it in the mission and then just put it in your loot ship, I guess. Which honestly is then also a little bit of a waste because a micro-up-drived Noctis with tractor beams. I mean, this one tractor beam from the mobile unit is not really going to make that much of a difference. So it's really hard to say at the moment what the best way to use this item is and how much efficiency you can get out of it. Some I'm sure, but I'm really not seeing a huge boost compared to just doing the missions and then going for the loot and the salvage in a Noctis. So let's go for room number 2. And well, a battleship does feel painfully slow. And that's a good amount. Alright, let's see if I can start on some of the small stuff. Deploy the tractor units. And deploy sentry drones. But I do think we'll just destroy them way faster than what the tractor unit can handle. Because here we go, that's down. frigates come first. Goodbye. That's pretty good. Whoa. Not the best shots. That's okay. Your next. More small stuff. Yep. Well, out of range. Yeah, I have Rex turned off of the overview. If you want, I can put them on there in just a second. Add Rex to overview. Here we go. Yep, and it tractors the Rex. Oh, that's actually, he's too close already, so my brother will have to take care of that one. Well, you need some organization, I think, to really get efficiency out of this stuff, because it only tractors one rig at a time. So maybe if you solo the mission and then one unit, that could be okay. And then with like a salvager in your high slots or something like that. Let's go, kill, kill, kill. Alright, I think you can get your salvagers out now. I'll get my Guardies, because at 30 it's pretty good. So here you can see it's starting to tractor more Rex, and in the meantime my brother's salvage drones can do a little bit of work. One of the questions, of course, you have to ask yourself, is this worth the DPS you're dropping? Right, let's start using some guns here as well. Although the range on this is probably, yeah, 3000 meters. Engage. Did that. Hello Gaffa, glad you could finally catch me live. And so far it doesn't look like this gets targeted or anything like that. So we get shot at next. Here we go. Yeah, you go and try and get their attention. Let's see if my Guardies can still take that one on. Yep, they can. Good. So you're next. But I can see a lot more Rex still hanging over there, so we're definitely killing way faster than what the mobile tractor unit can handle. So in order to gain efficiency out of it, I think everyone needs to be prepared for this as well. Right now it's well, maybe it will help a little bit, of course, because these salvage drones, they are doing their thing, of course. And there goes that battleship drone. Boom. Alright, and my brother's got the attention, so we'll grab our sentries again and then get ready to shoot. In the meantime, yeah, well, it's doing its job, you know. It's just sitting there grabbing the all of the Rex. So if I had like 1 or 2 salvagers, probably one is enough. In my high slots I could just, maybe 2, because there's already, yeah, 1 or 2. Then you could probably get some more efficiency out of this, especially if you're doing the mission solo. After that, maybe you'll need to like leave a lot of the cargo. If there's too much for what you can carry, just take the best items out of it or something like that. And yeah, Justin, that's a good suggestion. That you would, oh, maybe that guy comes in range first, or that guy. That you would drop the unit at the end of the mission. Unfortunately, I wonder how you would do that if you're in a mission with multiple rooms like this one. That's a little bit, oh come on, shoot this one first. I'll add my fire as well. Not too good. I was just a little slow on the trigger because I was talking. So he's gone. Let's see if we can handle this one. Well, I got a hit, or maybe it's your drones, probably. That one's gone. Yeah, that must be my brother's drones taking care of these frigates. And then we just have some cruisers left, and then some structures. So you're gone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Buffett, if we would have bosses like this, that would be pretty cool. Personally, what I'd like to see is if we could build on the depot. For instance, you want something like a force field generator. You can build that. Oh, come on, drones, attack something. That you can somehow add this on the depot, and then you'd have a small force field around it. Same for like labs, everything else that you can put in a POS. That you could start building around that. The modular POSes that CCP once talked about, that would be pretty cool. And in the meantime, well, you can pace yourself, of course. Look at this, it's doing its job decently well, tractoring all of these wrecks here. Oh, okay. Thanks, Darkstar. That's good to know that they won't target the mobile tractor unit or the depot or anything like that. That's good to know, of course, and it seems to be confirmed because they've been leaving it alone. So here we go. That gets destroyed. Pew pew. Maybe there's a couple more bunkers. Let's see if I need to destroy that or if this is done. Read details. Nope, still not done. Drone bunker at 50. Goodbye. And there's another one over there at 84. I can't target that one, so we'll need to move a little bit. Alright, my brother is going to do it so I can stick around my my tractor units, which is of course the whole point of this test. Yep, Arvalis is here as well, so we'll probably maybe go and have a look at the wormhole again in a moment. But yeah, I would say with just one tractor beam, it's good if you're soloing the mission. I think, you know, it would take pretty much twice the time to kill all the rats. I'd say it's pretty much keeping up with that in how quickly it tractors the wreck. If you then have a salvaging method, whether it's like 1 or 2 salvagers in the high slots, or maybe 3 or 4 salvage drones or something like that, depends on your ship, of course. You could be looking at just completing the mission a little bit more slowly, but having all your salvaging and looting done at the same time. Then just depending on how much cargo you have or what the loot says, you can either just pick it up, the best loot, leave the rest behind, or you can just make a bookmark and come pick it up in a transport ship later on. But I think for if you're soloing the mission, then one mobile tractor unit is pretty much what you need to keep up with it. So that's actually looking decently well. Of course, there are still some wrecks left to do. And is my mission finished? Read details. Yep, it's done. So that's all good. Rather that. Oof. That's not such good news for Arvales. I'll let you finish salvaging here. I think you don't need the tractor unit for that anymore. Good. Or yeah, that one is done. So we'll do grab it, scoop back to cargo, hold, and then I'll go in Iona, enter the mission. And yeah, that was a test of the mobile tractor unit. It's decently interesting. I honestly feel that for every pilot in the fleet, you'll want a tractor unit and a way to salvage those wrecks. I think that's how you'll get most efficiency out of it. It's pretty obvious that one tractor unit for both of us doing the mission is just too slow. But if my brother had one as well, and I had some salvaging capability as well, I think we could just clean up the mission completely in one fell swoop and win some efficiency that way. So it's decently interesting. And of course, I think it's going to be used a lot in fleet fights and stuff like that as well. But it's not really going to be a huge boost in efficiency unless you really build your ship or your fleet around that. But pretty interesting test. And at least it works as advertised, so that's good as well, of course. So here we go, going home. And bottom station to enter the mission. 2 million in bounties. But we were decently slow, I have to say, this drone mission. Well, actually it felt alright. But I'd like to do it a bit more quickly. But of course then you have to do a warp back, get your loot ships. I don't know, this could be more efficient, you know. Yeah, exactly. Dark Star. I also think, keeping in mind, you know, also how slow a battleship is and stuff like that now, just the fact that you have to go and get your second ship, warp back to the mission location, and only then start looting. I think that this will be faster. And if, like I said, you organize the way you do missions, whether you're solo or duo or with 3 people or more, around these tractor units, so that you don't lose too much efficiency to the salvaging itself, but really try and find the right balance. You'll come out on top efficiency wise, so I think it's pretty good.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, I'll have a look at your question. Just give me a second to complete the mission, split the rewards, and that's a little bit of Republic Security faction as well. So let's have a quick look here. Muffet, any prompt? What should I do now in EVE? I'm not really experienced player. I just got a fitted Hurricane and I wonder if I should go for missions or farm ores with a Mackinac. Well, that's a hard question, of course. If you're just starting out, what should you do? The number one rule is always do what you enjoy the most. So if you like doing missions, go do missions. If you like mining, not a lot of people like mining, but to be honest, that's how I started my career in EVE Online. I mined, and then I would browse websites, watch a movie, stuff like that as well. It's a way to play as well. So I'd say don't focus too much on what will be the most efficient or what will get me the most ISK an hour. Just try and focus on what you prefer yourself as a game style. If you like doing missions and trying to get the most efficiency out of that, by all means try and go for a battleship and go for level 4 missions. It's decent ISK per hour for the effort you're putting in. If you enjoy mining for some reason, go for that. If you're not sure about the two, I'd say try other stuff as well. High-tech exploration, you know, you can just get a frigate, a relic and a data analyzer. By the way, I'll go to my station so I can show you guys the exploration stuff, the analyzer and stuff. But yeah, just a cheap frigate. All you need is the 2 analyzers, and then you can start doing data and relic sites. Potentially you can get some good money out of that, especially the data sites. After that, you know, if you want to go for more exploration, you know, if you say that's what you want to go for, maybe the Stratios. It's a bit expensive at the moment, granted. Maybe a good hack heavy assault cruiser, a Tech 2 cruiser. Those can be pretty good for combat exploration in ISEC, getting you even more ISK. So if you're not sure, try everything out a little bit. And then the biggest tip, I think, you know, number 1, do what you enjoy the most, not necessarily what's the most efficient, because you want to be able to stick with the game. And then number 2, join a corporation. Try and find a corporation where you feel good about the people that are in that corporation and the stuff that they do, and try and join one as soon as you can. Whether it's a mining corporation because you like mining, or a PvP corporation because you want to check that out, you know, give those guys 1 or 2 weeks. If you decide that's not what I want to do, try and join Eve Uni, try and go for industrial corporation, whatever. But the corporation is really important. And don't be afraid to test those out as well. If you want to check out PvP, you know, you could always check out Red versus Blue. They're constantly at war, but all the other stuff as well. So let's see if I can show what I meant by that. For instance, you know, just something like this, an inner zone Imicus, but just a normal Imicus can do as well. All you'd need to do then is put the 2 analyzers in there. The rest of it, feel free to do with it what you want. In the high slots, a probe launcher, look for data sites and relic sites, and there are no rats in there. Can be some pretty good money for the investment you've made. That's basically your first step in exploring. If you already have a Mackinac and you enjoy mining, why not do that? If you do missions, go for something like a battleship. That could be pretty good. East-wise, if you enjoy it, and yeah, look for a good corporation. And if you, like me, turns out you enjoy exploration, try and go for something like this Ishtar here, which I've shown quite a lot on the channel. Don't mind the high slots, that's for support, but yeah, probe launcher. I mean, don't mind the remote repairs, because that's for my brother was talking to me, goddammit, because that's just for support. That's a weird fit here, but yeah, the probe launcher, then relic analyzer, data analyzer. It's got a good tank and good damage. This can do anything in HiSec and can make you a lot of ISK that way as well. It can be up and down, but I'd say exploration, don't leave that out of your options either. And other than that, yeah, just do what you enjoy and try and find a good corporation. So here we go. Anything else I still needed to do? Yeah, actually I need to move this tractor unit back to my prophecy and then get ready for wormhole stuff, which I don't think you want to go there as a beginner too much, although you can try it, of course. You can try anything in EVE Online. So where is it? I should actually activate my ship first. So prophecy. Put that in there. And okay, off to the station where I need to be, where I have the rest of my missiles. and we are coming close up to 1 hour, so it will be a shorter stream today, but I've basically shown what I wanted to show. Number one, Plex for good. If you can donate a Plex to CCP and help people out. Number two, the mobile tractor unit. Yes, it's got its uses. It's not like overpowered that all of a sudden it does everything for you or something like that, but I can definitely see how you can build your mission ships around that, or your mission fleet around that, and try and eke much more efficiency time-wise out of your running missions with this mobile tractor unit. And other than that, I've done some shopping, and this is my wormhole prophecy. So that is what we're gonna try and do next. Go back into our wormhole and be a bit more versatile in what we can do there. So let's dock. Let's see if I can. That's gonna be close. No, can't put all of my missiles in there just yet, but almost all of them, so that's okay. And yeah, this is the plan, you know. This prophecy has been my wormhole prophecy. The big problem with it is it's not all around like the Ishtar. Luckily, this new stuff, the mobile depot, is going to rectify that. So our next plan is to get back into the wormhole, deploy a mobile depot. In there, I'll put these two 1600mm plates, data analyzer, relic analyzer, an afterburner, and a remote rep. And this should allow us to do any of the sites that come up in the wormhole, whether it's data or relic sites, we can do that. If it's a ghost site, I'd go micro drive with 2 plates to survive the alpha. Hopefully, you know, my brother and Arvales and Sir Bonnet can get a similar setup so that we can get all of those containers, get the most out of the ghost sites. But that is the plan. Why I went shopping and why I bought this specific stuff to bring into the wormhole. So that's definitely what we're going to experiment next, or try to experiment next. You never know when you get blown up. But it's just too early for the Stratios. 400 million, it's just way too much. I'd say I'll wait out. I cannot imagine that it's going to stay that high, because the Stratios is not worth as much as a fully fitted Tech 3, which is the going price at the moment. So it's just hype, it's just people that are willing to pay such a price just to be amongst the first to have it. In my opinion, I could be wrong on that, but I'm prepared to wait for at least until the weekend, maybe even more than a week or a week or two, until the price hopefully declines a little bit and it becomes more profitable to buy one. 200 million, that would be awesome. I'd buy one in a heartbeat. 400 million, that's just too high. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this second Rubicon live stream. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We will see you next time, hopefully in a wormhole. Oh, I'll add the comment first. And then I can stop stream.